Isolation Nation, I hope you're having a good day, because I certainly am. That's my last brioche bun. About to get our brioche on. I'm about to be chilling by the ocean. In my mind, because that's how I go on a vacation. I just eat a brioche. And my God, is life good. You know what else is good? The Social Distancing Social Club. And you found it. And you're part of us. You're with us. You are the bun to our brioche. And I'm going to stop that analogy because it's getting really weird. Really weird. Sorry. I regret it. That's my earliest apology on this show. Love that. Let's get it rolling. What do you say we open this puppy up? Let's say hello to some of my friends that happen to be on this video conference call waiting for us. Please give a warm welcome to the second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine, Steve Hofstetter.
Hello, everybody. I'm more of a sourdough type of mood, but good to be here. Ben, I love that
sourdough.
Your green screen is kind of on. It looks kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I don't know how that happened. I was about to turn it off, but maybe it's something to stick with, huh?
Yeah, it's like a little creepy there in the background. I had a really weird day. We could talk about it a little more if you want, but yesterday I got into a Twitter fight with the guy who shot Bin Laden. That's a fun thing. Anyway, if you want to support the show, you can do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com, or you can super chat on YouTube. And with that, ladies and gentlemen...
Wait. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can't just say that and move on to the tips.
It's Chris Bowers, everybody. Welcome, Chris Bowers. We'll talk about it.
So a guy on SEAL team, you're 6. You're just like, fuck you, dude. I don't... Okay, all right, cool. Rachel's here. We're gonna talk. I want to talk about this, but I want to get Rachel in the mix.
I ate an entire thing of blueberries during sound check, and Ben showed up 60 seconds ago.
Those are two facts. Rachel likes to share facts. Hello, Queen.
Hey guys, I want to hear this story too, please.
Well,
yeah. So
you would assume,
I understand when you're like,
set it up, that he just was super angry that the guy killed Bin Laden and thinks Bin Laden should still be alive. Is that what the story is?
No, that is not the story. He's not the guy who killed Bin Laden, by the way. He's the guy who shot Bin Laden after he was dead and then told everybody he killed Bin Laden.
Oh, really?
He's that guy. So Robert O'Neill, who former member of SEAL Team 6. SEAL Team 6, by the way, honored him by firing him for telling everyone he's the guy who shot Bin Laden. So this guy on Twitter, he had posted a picture 2 days ago of him on a Delta flight, not wearing a mask, with a Marine behind him who was wearing a mask, and the caption was, "I'm not a pussy." That was the caption, which is true because, as the quote goes, you have neither the warmth nor the depth. So, I made fun of him for not wearing the mask and, tagged Delta a bunch, being like, if Delta ever finds out about this, you might be banned. I hope they never find out. Everybody don't tag Delta. And then, of course, a lot of people tag Delta. So, Delta banned him. Not due to me. He was trending. It was new to me. But then he posted... Yesterday, he said, "I can't believe I got banned for posting a picture." And I replied, and I said, a little bit of legal advice. If you rob a store and take a picture of it, you don't get arrested for taking the picture. Hope that helps. Snarky response.
Steve, I don't want to alarm you, but there's a small red dot on your shirt. I want to move to the left or right.
Don't worry about that. That's just sunburn. Happens all the time. So
that's one of the great moves, is to piss off a dude known for sneaking into places and killing people without being noticed.
It gets way worse. So that response goes a little bit viral, gets a ton of retweets, etc. And then he eventually, by last night, he sees the response. Apparently, he's a fan of mine. Weird.
Of course he is. Yeah.
So first he sees
you destroy hecklers, he destroys terrorists. It's the same thing. It's kind of the same
yeah,
deal.
exactly.
Right?
I don't negotiate with hecklers. So So he retweets the response. It was like, "Hey Steve, I'm a big fan." Then he retweets his response again and be like, "I know you wouldn't have the balls to say this to me in person, but I'm still a fan." And then he retweets it again and says he's a fan a third time. And then he reads some of the other things I had written to people who had responded to me that were not so favorable about him. And then he says, "Where, cunt?" Because he wants to fight me. That's what he says next. So he goes, in 14 minutes, he goes from "I'm such a big fan" to "I'm gonna murder you," which is usually how it happens at shows. So then I reply to his "where" tweet with, "Just to make sure I understand this, are you a grown man asking to fight another person, or are you asking when my next show or where my next show is?" So he
or he was trying to find where he could get laid. There's a lot of possibilities.
yeah, he was like, "Where is the cunt? I'm trying to find it." So
Where in the world?
yeah, it's just like, "Look at you." Anyway, so here's the fun part. 2 hours later, he deletes that. He deletes the tweet threatening to fight me. Remember, this all started when he said, "I'm not a pussy." So a member of SEAL Team 6 threatened to fight me and then backed down without me really saying anything. And then the Daily Mail did a story about it. It's been a really weird day. Anyway, the point is, cheers, everybody. Embrace the suck.
But
Go ahead, Bowers.
I love that, like, you made fun of a guy as a grown man for fighting who's been trained his whole life to fight. That's all he's supposed to do. Like, he's the tip of the sword, and you're like, "Oh, what, are you gonna stab people, you dick?" Like, that's the whole fucking point.
Well,
of
I
being a
mean,
soldier.
he's not trained to fight people based on what they say on Twitter. That's a weird. Is that why we killed Bin Laden? Did Bin Laden say something snarky?
Yeah, have you ever seen his Twitter account before they took that down too? That's
It was all QAnon memes. It was awful.
That's right. And now we have proven that Steve Hofstetter is harder to take down than Osama bin Laden.
That should be a shirt.
And almost as tall.
Yes. Well, we all accomplished a lot yesterday. You were involved in a battle with a man who's one of our most elite forces, and you won the battle, and I showed the restraint all day to not until this moment eat my last brioche bun. Same. Know what I mean? Same.
We all have our Captain Ahabs. All right, we all have
Also,
our crosses to bear.
I gave Henry Horace, well, I didn't, but I dropped him off and got him back up, his summer cut. Look, everybody.
Oh my God!
oh wow.
Wow.
Look at the little guy.
Looks like a week 3 pandemic Steve Hofstetter. That's good looking.
Yeah.
Can I just say, sometimes when Ben texts us, it picks up his voice to text, and every now and then he goes, "I love a good boy," and like none of us respond to it, and then he's like, "Sorry."
Yeah, I can't tell if you do that as a joke or it's actually picking you up. I don't know if that's a bit you're doing. or if
Definitely
it's-
picking it up, and I don't normally say it that way. That was a combination of two things. I just say, "Here, good boy. Come here, good boy." I don't usually phrase it the way you phrased it, and I refuse to even say it on camera. But
I thought you were talking about Bowers, honestly.
I don't need to be part of Pizzagate, all right?
I'm 47. I'm past Pizzagate age. I'm good.
Yeah, Bowers' Pizzagate is how much pizza he's eaten. That's the.
That's true.
They had to build a gate around the pizza to stop him.
I'm not going to make that joke.
No, good. Don't do that. I was actually on a plane today, and I was hoping that somebody was going to wear a mask and they would throw them off. I had my camera ready to go viral because I was going to sing "Na Na 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 Goodbye" when they left and get the whole plane to sing to them. And I thought that would be great, but no one ever wore a mask, like a bunch of dicks. No, it was fun. So we did have an fun overnight
Hold on a
game.
second. It would be pretty funny, though, if you did that to get back at the person that wasn't wearing a mask, and then as they're being dragged off the plane, they spun around and said, "Somebody stop me."
By the way,
On the mask.
one
I
of the
get that.
things,
Yeah.
one of the things that someone said to me, and because he's got a bunch of Fantasy Rambo followers that like live vicariously through him, and so one of the guys said to me was, "I bet you'd never say that to him if you were on a flight with him," And I wrote back and I said, well, I fly Delta exclusively, so I guess we'll never know now, will we?
I think it's so great you think wit beats guns. It's fucking great, man.
Oh, no, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. But, like, let's be honest. At the funeral, someone will be like, that last tweet was pretty good. That was pretty good.
No, again, hey, we're gonna put the live. We're gonna live tweet the whole thing. I'm just saying, like, I'm impressed. Like when you're yelling at nerdy hecklers in your crowd that are just like fat guys, or whatever, okay, fine. But when you're like taking on gun activists and fucking Navy SEALs and shit, you're really putting it out there. And I'm not saying that for real. That's impressive. So the fact that you don't back down, no matter who the fuck it is, I think is impressive. So
I think that I appreciate that, Barrows, and the real key to it is an unlisted address. That's the.
But also, please keep the shot on Steve right now. Steve, you have 2 red dots on your chest now. Oh my god. They are ganging up on you, dude.
Joke's on the SEAL. Steve doesn't have a heart. You can't kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, but they're about to throw a couple of crosses and garlic at him. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, we did have a fun overnight game. It was SDSC Limericks. Limericks. A lot of really good ones about the fans. I suggest you go to them, check them all out. I just picked a couple because they were kind of long. So, but I picked 3 Courtneys and a Jeremy Day. So I picked one for each one of us. So Courtney had "Oh, I Sing of an Ode to the Queen, who can multitask across many screen. At times she's taken off guard, but hey, some words are just hard. Over the SDSC realm, Queen Rachel is always reigns supreme." So that was a pretty good one. Ben's was, "Ben Glebe is awfully swell. Have him do improv and watch him excel. He spouts off numerous puns. If there's even a slight innuendo in one, he yells, 'Do you hear that, Carmel?'" There's also Cordy. Also said, "For me, he said, 'Oh, Bowers, we could write a sonnet as his brilliance shines through like a comet. We'll lay off her mans, or Savannah will throw hands. If a veggie was consumed, he would vomit.'" That was perfect. And then finally for Steve, Jeremy Dayhead, "There once was a comedian named Steve, and hecklers he would cleave. The first time he took a toke, he inhaled a lot of smoke, which made him cough and heave." So that was a fun overnight game. Check that out. You guys see that you liked?
Hey, I didn't see any. I didn't get a chance to check today. Do you guys have any?
No, I think we're good.
He just read them.
Guys,
That's the game for today.
Guys, I've created a little bit of a conundrum for myself here, and now you're starting to see some of the negatives of missing sound check. So I got here just a minute before the show began, and I've been looking forward to this brioche bun for 24 hours. But I'm still set up in my comedy club setup, and I'm actually standing right now.
I was about to make that point.
Dog standing, and I can't reach my bun.
Hear that, Carmel? All right, today's game. It's Fuck It Friday, everybody. Welcome to another Friday episode. Fuck It Friday. We're running out of things to fuck, honestly. And that's how it works in the pandemic. We're gonna fuck podcasts today. So the way this works is you take the title of a podcast, any podcast whatsoever, and throw in the word fuck. You replace one of the words in the title of the podcast with any form of the word fuck. So fuck, fucked, fucking, etc., etc. So some examples: how stuff fucks, or stuff you should fuck. That'd be an interesting podcast. Anyway,
Mark Maron's "Fuck the Fuck."
Yeah, Mark Maron's FTF. Definitely check out FTF. So check those out. So if you want to submit, the way you do it is you can reply in a comment on any of our live streams, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, any of those, or if you'd like yours to actually count toward the prize, to enter to win the prize, and to hear yours read on the show later on, what you do is you submit it with at least a $5 tip on Venmo, PayPal, or Super Chat, and we'll get to those at the end of the show. So let's fuck up a podcast. Rachel, do we got anything coming in?
We do. So Tam tipped the show $25 and said, for the Martin Grant on behalf of Savannah Martin, happy birthday, Savvy.
Yes, Savannah's
awesome.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Savvy.
Ooh.
Thanks, Tam. That's awesome.
Jessica Keibel, $50. Love, love, love. I needed this today. Big sugar.
Nice. Thank you,
yeah.
Jess.
Leedy, $10. After my first week of classes, thank goodness for the relief that is SDSC. It's time for loads of F-bombs and good laughs.
That's even if it's not Friday.
And then Silver $10 and said, I really needed this today. Thank you guys for being awesome.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Well, people have had a rough week. All right, we're here to help.
Well, before we introduce the front row, Ben, we did have a new patron on the Patreon at the string cheese level, which means she'll be sending you some stuff to use on the show. But Dana, Z Bunster is now a Patreon. So thank you, Z Bunster, for being here. We appreciate you as always.
And
so,
she's gonna send you a bunch of props to use, and based on the current postal service, you'll get them sometime next year.
Indeed. Much like how long Z Bunster had to wait to get my campaign button. So it goes around, comes around.
Yeah.
And I just found out a really cool thing. I think I already told you guys, but for everybody else to know, Z Bunster, I did not know this until she told me like a week ago, donated to my presidential campaign a couple times back in the day. So that's OG support right there.
Wow, that's good.
Wow.
That's awesome. Ben, you ran for president?
Have some brioche, Henry.
I would say Steve donated his time, but he didn't.
He donated to the campaign also. I donated money and time.
I have to
More money than time.
He really did. And you got to literally this morning on our group text for the four of us, Steve sends, hey guys, there's this campaign slogans wiki page. Ben, you should submit your campaign slogan here. And I said, hey Steve, could you do that?
But in fairness,
To which Steve said, what was it?
no. He told me what the slogan was. I did make the joke that I didn't know what it was, but then he said also we have this other alternate slogan, and I was like, I know, I posted both of them already. So I actually did do it.
And then I said, thank you, Madam Secretary. That's a great show. And then he said, I don't watch the show. And then I said, oh, the secretary gets a lot of stuff done. And then Steve said, that seems unrealistic. And I said, it is.
And then Ben said, who's a good boy? It was a very weird text. Ben, introduce the audience. Let's get this rolling.
I go swallow some brioche. Give me 30 seconds, 10 seconds.
Here we go. All right. Ben, you got the light for introducing the audience.
3.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome joining us today. It was exactly 10 seconds. We've got Zara Bending. Hello. All the way in Australia. We got Frankie Angles Nataro joining us from the outfield in Yankee Stadium. Ryan Slivka joining us from a post-apocalyptic world that we are weeks away from. Jessica Keibel wearing a bucket hat. Leedy Corbin got cabinets behind her and some kind of thing on the side. We got Darth Vader for president this week with the Taminator. We've got Courtney Thorne-Smith, star of Melrose Place in the 90s. Brian O'Connor, Shipwrecked. We won't save him, but we are happy to have him here. Dave Adler's back with us with so much stuff, makes my props envious. Z Bunster's with us, coming to us from a cot in jail. I don't know what's happening. Emmy Chang is with... You're laying down in bed. Okay, now that I see it up close, it looks less jail-like. And we've got Emmy Chang coming to us. Hello, and thank you, everybody.
By the way, Dana, I don't want to alarm you, but you have a giant red light on you.
The SEAL Team 6 bazooka. It's going to take. Okay. We've got two great comics with us as well. We've got Chris Cope is here. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
Woo!
Fantastic. Look at my shirt. I'm excited.
I love it. That's kinda
Speaking of
cool.
Shipwrecked, nice shirt.
I like how you didn't grow the middle of your mustache. That's how anti-fascist you are. I like it. All right.
Nothing grows here. Nothing grows here. This is it.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I was gonna say Chris's mustache looks like what happens like in the middle of me shaving. You know, like how you just have those random parts left, and then you're like, oh, let me get that. Oh, I'll get these later. And then he's like, fuck, I have to make the show. All right, I'll leave this for now.
Exactly. We also have Camilla Cleese is here. Camilla, how are you?
Woo!
Camilla, you're muted.
She's close. We're close.
Pantomiming.
Hit. There we go.
There we go. My friend measured their baby with a CVS receipt, which I thought was very original. He was 1/3 of a CVS receipt.
So-
That's how we're doing it now.
That is
like it.
fantastic. I thought that was the receipt for the baby.
Those are the coupons you get when
No,
you buy a
those
baby.
are all the
Steve.
coupons you get when you buy a baby because they want you to buy babies.
Yeah. You buy the baby, and then you have to buy all the stuff for the baby. It's a loss leader for the store, you know?
You also get $3 off on your next baby if you come back.
Actually got one taller than me, which for those of you who don't know, I'm 6'1", which is very impressive. The CVS receipt, not me. But I want to take a similar picture so I can do a side-by-side.
I like
That'd
that
be
a lot.
fantastic. I thought you were saying they had a baby taller than you, and I was like, they need to see some sort of medic or something.
They need to anesthetize that baby.
Yeah.
You
Or
don't want
just
a
sell
baby,
it right into the NBA. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want a baby taller than Steve's penis this long. That'd be terrible. All right, so
I did not need to know that.
The running joke,
Like
Camilla.
my
Camilla's
brother.
like a sister to me, and that's really weird if she doesn't know the running joke on the show.
He is. I'm a hostage.
Yeah, so my Wi-Fi network is actually named Hostages, and that is because that is what Camilla nicknamed herself and Danny Jaws when we used to host a podcast together.
In his garage, which was 150 degrees.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was on that podcast once with you guys. Actually, that's the first time I met.
Oh,
Camilla,
that's right. That's when I met you. That was a fun podcast. Where do you
It was a
put
good time.
fuck in that name, though?
Yeah, high confidence, low fucking.
Low fucks. That's about right for you, Steve.
Hopkins is a great name for Steve's fans. I think that's a solid name. And also, I love how Steve always labels it as a running joke on the show, just to cement it as a running joke. That's a running joke. We'll keep doing that joke.
Yeah, you love how I label the thing that we've
That was my
referenced on 40
brainchild, though.
episodes.
No, we're talking about his long penis. And he can't run with
Oh.
it. It falls on the ground. All right. Rachel, we got anything else coming in yet?
Yeah, we had a couple more things. Thank you for letting me change the subject. So we had Matthew Plummer tipped the show $5 and said, just a general but inspired by the red dot joke that Bowers made.
Nice.
And then Allison tipped a couple bucks and said, I know this isn't much, but after my week, I'm so grateful for the work y'all are doing to keep us laughing. So thanks, Allison.
Thank you.
It's like a
Oh,
rough
yeah,
week
thank
for
you.
everybody. Let's make this an extra good show, everybody. We got to do this. Let's get to a comic. Let's start this thing right. Let's do it. Coming up first, you've seen him on Conan. Give us a very funny Chris Cope, everybody. Let me hear you.
Hey, everybody. Hey, sincerely, thank you for having me. This is the highlight of my day, so I appreciate everybody coming. Like I said, I wore my favorite tiki shirt. The shirt doesn't tell you the white trash in my voice should. I'm originally from Florida. But it's funny because like last week has been hell in California. It's been hot as shit. But if you have, the reason why I left Florida wasn't for comedy. It was because the summers. If you haven't spent a summer in Florida, it's like spending 4 months inside someone's mouth. Fucking worse, man. My mom calls me, right? About 2 weeks before COVID starts and goes, hey, your birthday's this year. I'm going to do the Ancestry.com thing for you, your brother, and your sister. And I was like, oh, that's a weird way of saying you don't know who our father is. Like, I know who my dad is. I was in my parents' wedding. I was the wombsman. It's amazing. My mom hates it when I point me out in the photo. I'm like, right there, underneath your shame. Oh, I miss this. I miss people, kind of. This is as close as we're gonna get without killing each other. No, speaking of, I got brought up as Chris Cope. That's actually not my name. I should clarify. My real name is Chris Copenhaver. I shortened it when I started doing comedy just because I wanted to have a snazzier sounding stage name. I think Chris Cope does that. Copenhaver is German. It was originally spelled with a K, 2 P's, and a couple swastikas. Just a whole bunch of family history we got to gloss over. Finally, I was like, Mom, what did Grandpa do during World War II? She's like, freedom fighter? And to be fair, my grandfather was not a Nazi. He was a lieutenant colonel in the Marine Corps. He actually got 3 medals of valor for killing Nazis, which I think is amazing. And it's weird because he got medals for killing Nazis, but if I kill a Nazi today, I go to jail. Ain't that some shit? I think if you're still willing to wear that uniform, game on. I should have every legal right to chase you down a city street with a rifle in my hand going, shit's not over! If you didn't like that joke, you're a Nazi. That's the easiest metric you'll ever find for that test. God damn, I love this. Oh shit, it's actually later this month. I'm going to celebrate 5 years with my girlfriend. I'm proud to announce that. Yeah, man. Getting scared that I'm going to have to actually marry her. But what are you going to do? You put time into the job, you move up the ladder. You know what I mean? I know. My girlfriend's amazing. And it's also my first mixed relationship. She's half Guatemalan, half Armenian. I'm half fat, half Southern. We make it work. Okay, so I'm a loud rhino, and she's as shy as can be. And that's great because we have balance, but sometimes her shyness, it like infiltrates other parts of the relationship. Like, I like dirty talk. Every person in this Zoom, every person in the world right now loves dirty talk, because otherwise sex is just... and skin noises. You need the... I personally need the encouragement. My football coach knew how to get the best out of me by I need attaboys, you know? But when she tries to dirty talk for my sake, it just sounds like I'm taking a customer service survey. Like midway through sex, I'm like, babe, are you enjoying this? She's like, well, are you enjoying this? Would you agree? Would you somewhat agree? Would you recommend me to family and friends? At one point, I was like, baby, what's that red light in the corner? She's like, I've been recording this for quality assurance. I'm just glad it's not Chris Bowers coming to shoot me, though. Don't worry, I won't tell anybody you live in the valley, Steve. Oh man, I've been arrested a lot.
Me too.
Yeah, did I mention that already? No, I didn't mention that. You just kind of took the mustache and ran with that thought. I know you people. Nothing about this mustache doesn't say misdemeanor. It says felony. Trust me. But, you know, I've been arrested 4 times. 3 in the state of Florida, 1 in the state of Georgia, 0 in the state of California so far. That's pretty much the record. 3, 1, and 0. But yeah, no, possession of marijuana and paraphernalia, and securities fraud. Just kidding. 4 weeds. Just 4 weeds. Ace is high.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, my most recent arrest, it was my buddy's birthday, and I wanted to hotbox him on his lunch break for his birthday present. And if you're unfamiliar with the term hotboxing, I'll explain. Hotboxing is when you sit in the car with the windows rolled all the way up and you smoke weed till you're marinated in it. Very similar to how you'd smoke a brisket, 40 minutes on each side. So you're off the bone. Yeah, we spent like an hour, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes that tap, knock, knock, knock. You know, and police pull us out of the car, and cops start searching the car for the weed. Before he finds the weed, he finds 11 lighters. He found that 11th lighter. I've never seen a cop get that mad that fast. He's like, really, sir? 11 lighters in one vehicle? I looked at the other cop and was like, I couldn't find one. Hey guys, thank you so very much. This
Chris Cope, everybody.
my week. Thank you guys so much. Sincerely.
Chris, first of all, tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at laughfromhome.com or sdscshow.com, or of course you can super chat. Chris, couple of things.
I can babysit.
First of all, I want to make sure everybody knows that the Wombsmen are opening for the Skin Noises this week. At the also, the idea that like you are so distancing yourself from your last name that you can't even grow that part of the mustache. That's why. Your grandfather was like, no, allies, none of this, and he burned it, and now it's hereditary. And then the last thing, the highlight of your day, just your day, how dare you? And that shirt, this is the highlight of the whole fucking pandemic for you, and we know it. Anyway, Chris.
No, actually, no, the highlight of the whole pandemic was getting help from a friend.
There you go.
Chris, one of the winners of the friendly shoulder grant from the Martin Foundation, also a buddy. Good to see you again, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. That's why I love you forever.
I did not like your imitation of me having sex with that. I'm silent like a submarine, so it must be what I look like, and that's terrible.
I think also probably my best moment of the quarantine was, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you originally buy a pack of brioche buns, there's 4 of them in there.
I also, by the way, I like that Chris Copes, your impression of silent sex just looked like a broken Pez dispenser. You're just like.
That's a lot like what Judy looks like when Steve goes to town.
Oh.
I gotta apologize. The alarm keeps going off in my apartment because literally every month someone drives into the fucking garage and knocks the 6 feet and under thing on and fucks all the sprinkler system up. So I gotta mute a little bit. Can you hear that? Is that?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Can you? Yeah.
Nah, man, that seal's in your house.
Yeah, I like the idea that once a month, like you live in a building where once a month someone drives into the sprinkler system.
It's the garage where they have this 6 feet. Or don't go. This is how high it is, and people fucking keep hitting and knocking the whole. It's terrible. It's the dumbest thing I've
everyone in your garage seems to think that they are shorter than they are. That's
they move in with U-Hauls and they just never driven a U-Haul before because they're stupid and they smash into the building. So
yeah.
Anyway, Rachel, we got any tips coming in for Chris?
Rachel, what do we got?
We do. So we had starting us off was Ehrlich, $5 from a transplanted Floridian to a native one. Where are you from? I'm from Tallahassee.
Oh, I was born in Tallahassee. Tallahassee Memorial Hospital. I grew up there, but I grew up in Gainesville primarily. Started comedy in Gainesville. Go Gators.
All right. Matt Johnson, $5, and here's an attaboy, Chris.
Hey!
Nice.
And then
I need all the sexual encouragement I can get.
Tam in our live audience, $5. Chris, we might be related. I'm half fat and half Southern too.
What was his name?
Her name is
Tam.
Tam, T-A-M?
Mm-hmm.
That's my uncle's name, funny enough. Tam Copeland. I'm not kidding. I swear to God, I can prove it. I can prove it. Please don't take your tip back. I need it. I'll kill my uncle. You'll be the only Tam left, okay?
That's the best tip Chris has ever gotten from someone named Tam.
Yeah. My uncle's cheap as shit. Unless he's listening.
I meant he molested you. That's the joke I was making.
No.
All right. We also had Technics 5 Canadian. Chris, if you didn't like that joke, you're Nazi. Such an amazing set. Your enthusiasm is awesome. Keep it up. Good luck.
I actually, by the way, I say that same thing about every joke in my act, even unrelated to Nazis.
You don't like this bit about my girlfriend? Nazi.
Yep, that's how it works.
There's also Gus Walsh tipped $10 and said for your next hot box.
You got front seat, bud.
And then Frank Notaro, $10 and said, Chris was too funny. I lost my breath laughing. #attaboy.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That made
Nice.
Oh, man. This has made my month.
We're working on summer next. Slowly.
Tim Doyle, $5 and said, love this sexy survey. Awesome.
Thank you.
We've got Joy Brickcliffe, $10 and said, Florida white trash, hysterical.
I'm proud about my heritage. That sounded terrible. Nope, that sounded terrible. That sounded awful.
I think
That's
the
not
white
how I
trash.
meant that. That is not how I meant that at all.
By the way, speaking of that, Chris, it is amazing to me the Nazi joke that you made, the idea of like if people are still wearing the uniform, like it is amazing to me that there are people who call themselves Nazis and American patriots at the same time, and I'm like, I don't think you watched the movie.
Like, sincerely, if my grandfather was alive, he would have a bayonet in his back pocket and just be like, put it on. Put it the fuck on. Because I'm going to give you something you can't take off.
Was your grandfather Brad Pitt?
Yes. My grandfather took no shit. He took no...
His uncle is Tam. His grandfather's Brad Pitt.
Grandpa Aldo was a good man.
Oh my god. There's also Zara tipped $7 and said, if you're a rhino and your girl is shy, you're still compatible. They're generally quite placid. Also, maybe try turning that Likert scale into a lick her scale for better customer satisfaction.
Scale of 1 to 5.
He's happy. That's hilarious.
Also, we had Jess, $25. Chris, I'm a little high right now, which means it's hard to make me gut laugh, and you had me gut laughing. I couldn't find a lighter. Classically hilarious.
Thank you. Hey, you're gonna make me cry. I'm serious. I'm getting emotional. Goddamn.
That's how the show usually works.
There's also Courtney in our live audience, $5 for Chris' brilliant shirt and brilliant set.
Nice.
JC Penney's, man.
Did it come with a tie attached to it?
No, but it did come with like a pineapple.
Let me ask you this question. Chris, let me ask you this question. How many of your pants come with a belt built in? This has been a thing they've been making fun of me for weeks. They come with belts built in at JCPenney, right?
No, Chris. Ever since I wear the Dockers 360 Flex, and like they're basically like leggings that look like khakis.
All right.
So I put a regular belt on, but it's really just for aesthetics. It doesn't really. It has no real value. It's just because whenever you see someone not wearing a belt with their shirt tucked in, it's like, oh, you don't come to court often, do you?
Yeah, the belt that's attached to the pants is so that you don't self-asphyxiate. That's why.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, those people.
You think a belt could hold me up, Steve?
No, that's actually what it is. You use the belt to hold up the pants, and then the pants wrap around your neck.
Jeffrey Epstein didn't pants himself.
Unfortunately, no, and that's the problem.
Oh shit.
I thought I was muted this whole time, by the way. I was behaving so well. I had so many funny things to chime in. But
No, please join us at any time.
Yeah.
My background's gonna get real fun pretty soon because I just found some photos of me and Bed Glebe doing a Calvin Klein underwear model shoot in college.
Oh shit!
Shit is right. I'm glad you're not running for president anymore. Or fuck, who would care anymore, right?
As press secretary, I advise you to show those photos to us.
Yeah.
Can I play video behind me? Then I wouldn't even need to do a set because I'm pretty sure in the middle of the street as a Humvee with a bunch of guys with machine guns drove past. That
I
was
probably shouldn't tell you that you can use video as your virtual background.
Oh, thank you for telling me, Ben. That means we have a whole show. This just got a little X-rated. Watch it out. Don't worry,
Rachel,
it's all men.
Rachel, did we catch up?
No, we got a couple more things for Chris. So we've got Roxy Cleaver, 7 Canadian. Chris, your happiness at performing made me smile nonstop. And then Oingo Boingo, long last name, $5 for Chris Cope for some lighters.
I love Oingo Boingo though. Dead Man's Party.
Chris, explain to me something. I've been smoking weed since I was about, consistently since I was about 19 years old. 20 years old. How did you get caught so many times? I've never once had a cop even be aware I was smoking.
Because I smoked in my car while I drove.
I have never done that.
Lie
No,
detector.
it's wonderful. It's
I've
wonderful.
never done that, and this show is televised, but I want to make very clear that still I don't get your point.
Also,
I mean, if you take a hit, blow it out, and then the cop, like, literally the first time it happened, I took a hit and went over a hill, and the cop was at the bottom of the hill, and he pulled me over right then and there, and literally the car still had smoke, like little visible smoke in it.
but
My
also,
question, how could you
also,
be
Ben,
speeding while smoking pot? That doesn't work. Like,
It's going down a hill. I wasn't paying attention. You know, you go down a hill, you speed up, and the guy was sitting down there to be a douchebag about it. You know, trying to catch people going, you know, whatever over.
so he was like he was a narc. That cop was a total narc. What a dick.
Oh, the funny thing was, one of the times I was like 23 when I got my second one. So, yeah. And the cop was visibly younger than me and was like, "Your car smells like Cheech and Chong." And I'm like, "You weren't even alive yet, you motherfucker." Like,
car smells like my father's old record album.
yeah.
I mean, first of all, Cheech and Chong are still alive and they're still doing shows. Secondly, why are you hotboxing when you're driving? Why not just blow it out the window?
Even out the window, they're still, I mean, you know, I do a
Yeah,
lot.
hold on a second. Ben, in Chris's defense, he said he grew up in Gainesville, Florida. You think his window rolls down? You think he has that working?
Or that he has the ability to make any kind of sensical decisions, is what I thought you meant in both.
It's been a long time.
You know, he was also smoking out of a full-size bong. He was smoking out of a full-size bong too. That's how you could tell he was. You can see as he pulled the pipe out.
Yeah,
I mean,
driving in El Camino. Like, by the way, also
I'm not proud of my youth.
Ben, you grew up in LA. You grew up in California, where pot has been technically legal for a while, but has been basically legal for a very long time. And like Chris said, he got arrested in Georgia and Florida, where like they arrest him for, they probably still call it like wacky weed or something stupid like that. Like, you know, like, oh, these kids hopped up on the marijuana.
That's a
Like
fair
that's-
point.
I think in Georgia, oral sex is still illegal. Like, honestly, I think that's literally still on the books.
It wasn't when the cop pulled me over. I just want to go home. I just want to go home.
Also, I don't think it's illegal. I just think that's what Bauer's girlfriend told him when they were touring through Georgia.
Yeah.
I one time was hotboxing in a car what I thought was a very safe environment, driving through Mexico with my friends heading to the spring break stage show we were doing, and we got lost. We were driving through the desolate desert area, literally through these little hills, and there's not a soul for miles and miles, for hours. We were lost, and so we're smoking, and it's literally a dirt road. We're going like 80 in this dirt road up a hill, and the car's filled with smoke, and we come over the hill, and 100 yards in front of us, we had to slam on the brakes, was a federale with a machine gun in the middle of the street at a checkpoint. And we get stopped by 4 dudes with machine guns, and they ask us to roll the window down, and it smells like weed like crazy. And they start circling the car, staring in the car, and we would have been arrested and possibly murdered were it not for the fact that it was a very cold night, and the federale leading into the car had a mask covering his nose and mouth because of the cold, and he could not smell what was in the car. And we got off. We gave him a couple of free board games, and bounced the fuck out of there. It was frightening.
Did you just say you bribed the federales with board games?
100%.
And this new installment of White Privilege was a fun story, Ben. Jesus Christ.
You have to bribe them.
You got lucky. Sure.
I
No,
got
you're
very
white,
lucky.
No one gave it. No, you're white. No one gave a shit. That's what we're learning.
No, you just gotta be able to talk your way out of stuff. Like
No, that's what I think white people think they're going to talk their way out of it. We're just white, man. That's what we have to
How
understand.
did you talk? Sorry, how did you talk your way out of this one? Do you remember, Ben? Wait.
Oh my God.
This is not a backyard. This
Also
is
in Mexico.
in the middle of the street, in the main drag of Cabo. And Ben started a trend Everyone was naked shortly after, dancing in the street. The song "Dancing in the Street." Believe it or not.
It's so
It
weird
was
that the
a
Cabo
very
Comedy
fun
Festival.
night.
It's so weird the Cabo Comedy Festival isn't a thing anymore.
It's shocking, isn't it?
It was a
Free
very
alcohol
fun
for
night.
all the comics all day long, and then by the
Yes.
time the shows start, no one can stand up. It was a genius.
Yeah,
It was
Also,
fun.
I don't
We had a
even know if
blast.
I was one who started that. I just supported the trend enthusiastically because I was drunk and stoned.
Yeah.
Jeff Dye, I think, was the one that kept saying, "Everybody, take off your shirts, get in the street." And I
But
didn't realize
as
when
the
I said
sober
yes.
one,
What's that?
I don't drink, so I probably recall the best of any of you guys. But I can't remember who it was, but someone didn't have a shirt on and they wouldn't let him in the bar. And being a group of comics, we all took our shirts off, which you will see in Exhibit B.
Yes. Yes.
You
but
may
to-
not want to see because it's comics and not Calvin Klein underwear models.
Point
but,
being, Jeff Dye took his shirt off.
yeah.
There it
Oh
is.
shit! Go
There
back
it
to
is.
that.
Owen
I
Bell,
had
there's me,
full
there's
access
Camilla,
passes, clearly,
there's host of the Soup, Jade
to
Conapretta
keep me
right
covered
there.
up.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it was quite a trip. And then you
Everyone-
insisted on doing, like, taking it to the next level, which was the dancing in the street and taking her pants off.
Wait,
And
hold on.
then-
Let me just
Yeah.
point out, everyone in that photo is smiling so much, except Ben is just like, "Where's more alcohol?" Like, look at
Do you
the.
see my face? I wouldn't really call that a smile. I would call that a get me the fuck out of here. But
It was incredibly weird, and then Jeff Dye took his shirt off, and he's like in incredible shape. So like he was happy to do that, and then I was
Was.
like doing it, and it really showed me to be more of a party animal than him because it was very embarrassing for me. You look great, Tone, Jade, everybody great bodies. I've got a belly, and I just looked. It was a real mess.
Jade and I did not plan ahead on the bra front. That's why I'm using all access passes. Not that there's much to hide, but
It's so crazy. I heard it was so crazy that Bert Kreischer was there and put a shirt on.
No, but we did discover that Colin Moulton has the tiniest nipples on the face of the planet.
He
Like
does
tinier
have small
than a
nipples. No, he has
newborn
tiny,
baby.
tiny nipples. That guy. Yeah, you're right.
There. I have a photo of him. I was dating some guy that came down there, and he has big nipples, and I have a photo of them together, just being like side by side. And I'm like, you guys are really gonna regret bragging about this publicly.
It's very similar. I went to college with my buddy was 5'3", and we have a photo next to each other, and it's pretty much the same contrast. you
Not
know?
really.
Yeah.
But nice tries. Like when they put me on At Midnight with Jim Norton and Ricky Velez, I was like, really, guys? One on either side. I think they're both like 5'7". I was in heels.
I will say one of my favorite things.
Completely out of the lighting.
Camilla had one of my favorite starts to a set I've ever seen someone have. There was a set you did at the Laugh Factory, and I think this was your opener for a little bit, but you went on stage and just said nothing for like 30 seconds, and then you just looked at him and finally just went 6'1". It was like such a great
Know what they're all
acknowledgement of like,
thinking.
yes, this is what you're all fucking thinking. Like, it was great.
We
I
had a
forgot
funny
about that
comment
one.
from Andrea Gordon in chat about Camilla. She said, if you're blocking your boobs, that makes them limited access passes.
That's what I was going for. I have an image to uphold, but yeah, there's not much to access, unfortunately.
All right, right. Let's
That
catch
was
us
a
up so
fun
we
trip.
That
we
was
get to
the
Camilla's
most
set. I'm
fun
excited for
comedy
that.
festival of all time. It was so much fun.
And then
Absolutely.
you went the second year, didn't you, Ben?
I did, and I had
Yeah,
a biker
that-
gang. It was me and Tone and Jeff Dye and a couple other.
I
cats
was
had a
there.
biker gang.
Thanks, though.
You weren't in the biker gang. You weren't on the biker gang.
No, I was confined to some weird hotel that I had to do a stand-up show that was like an ambush at a family dinner kind of thing in the dining room. That was like our payment to the hotel. I was like, I'm pretty sure that all these people are going to complain because no one was told about the comedy show, and now I'm doing stand-up at their family dinner.
Those are always the best.
My favorite kind of show.
Rach, catch us up.
All right, last one. So Courtney tipped Chris $5 more and said, for Chris, I just can't stand that odd number of lighters. Please buy one more to make it a dozen.
Nice. All right, are we ready for the next comic? Are we ready to do that?
No.
All right. Coming up next, she's seen Ben Glebe almost completely naked. Get her up for Camilla Cleese, everybody!
And now everyone has.
Woo!
6-1. In case you can't tell, with me sitting down, I wanted to stand, but I literally can't find anywhere high enough in my house to put my laptop that, anyway, without you just looking at my nostrils. I don't know if you guys saw my little dog that was sitting on me, the best dog in the world. He doesn't really look like a dog. Don't let it fool you. And sorry, I shouldn't have comments up next to the screen because as you guys all know that know me, I get distracted way too easily. I was like, wait, what was that message? Everyone else was drunk. What was your excuse, Camilla? This is just my personality. That's why I can't drink anymore, because I got arrested over 3 times as many times as Chris. Winning. That's why I got sober. And this is the kicker. I feel like I should get bonus points because my boyfriend was the DA. Like you should get like some kind of leeway. You would think, but I fucked up a lot. But I also lived somewhere with very little crime, and I'm a big target. Let's just say, like, I am not one that's easy to hide in a crowd or anywhere for that matter. And I'm slow. I have run from the cops a number of times and I lost. The game. The best part was that after my DA boyfriend broke up with me, he was able to pull all the police reports and read them with friends. Some of my, like, what I thought were really smart comebacks. I tried resisting arrest once because the woman trying to take me down was like 5'2", and I was like, "Come on, you can't wrangle these limbs. Like, you just try it." Anywho, enough about that. I'm retired from drinking because I wasn't good at it. Apparently, I thought I was, but the police didn't. So lost that battle. I think it's better for all of us, though. Because all you guys' cars will still be in the parking lot. That made no sense because we're on Zoom. But we were at a bar show. Can you tell I haven't even had a conversation with a normal human in like a really long time? I've just been by myself talking to my dog, Hercules, or if you like really bad plays on words, look at my last name, Hercules. His real name. I rescued him a couple of years ago now. Someone had thrown him out a second-story window, you guys. Can you believe, like, how do you do that to something that cute and innocent? Like a baby, I could understand. But like, like that dog loves me more than any man will ever love me, right? Like, think about it. Theoretically, okay, I could lock him in the basement, and the longer that I leave him there, the more excited he'll be to see me. I've never found that with a man. I have 1,000 photos of him sleeping and no restraining order. Amazing. He's microchipped. Do you know how easy that is to stop? Like, all I have to do is yell his name and he comes. I'm that good. In case you haven't figured it out, I am single. But I think the upside to this quarantine is not having to go to weddings or baby showers or any of those other fucking parties where you have to buy 2 people who have 2 incomes now expensive shit they need for their apartment. Like, what? It's so backwards to me. Like, I can't do that for my cat shower. Like, I can't throw a cat shower and register for a Cuisinart and a spatula. Like, I feel like they keep adding more parties. Have you guys noticed this? Like, now there's an engagement party, bachelorette, bridal shower, wedding, baby shower. I had to go to a gender reveal party before this shit started. What is that bullshit? Right? Like, I'm sorry, that should be a surprise party that takes place at the OBGYN's office with the people who give a shit. Like, are we gonna have to do this again in 13 years when it turns out it's not a baby boy after all? Did you ever think about that? Not buying another gift. It's like baby shower 2.0. You know what would be fun though? A race reveal party. You just go in the waiting room, you're like, you're not the dad, you can go home now. Too much, it's about to get worse. I feel like I can't say anything anymore. I was looking up a list of trigger words because I'm actually genuinely curious, like what I'm allowed to say. And I was surprised to find that trigger isn't on that list of trigger words because, like, guns seems like it should be. I think pretty soon, like, grapes is going to be on there because it has the word rape in it. And, like, does adding 2 letters really make it less of a crime? You know? I don't know. But it's going to make breakfast really difficult because, like, grapes, crepes, what if you have to scrape a bowl of batter? Like, if someone was in an abusive relationship, we're gonna have to call it future pancake sauce pretty soon. I just feel like I can't win. I feel bad for people who are named Christian. Like, is that not okay now? I think I'm gonna leave that there before I really.
Camilla Cleese, everybody.
I didn't know if there was a light, but thank you for ending my set, Steve. I dug myself in the hole.
He said light in the chat. It's okay.
I was trying to ignore the chat after I got distracted in the first 30 seconds by the comments.
Well, yeah, because it said everyone else was drunk. What's your excuse? That's actually not the chat. Zoom has a new feature where your conscience comes on screen.
That would be the most horrifying thing in the entire fucking world.
Also, by the way, you were like,
Ben,
I haven't had a conversation with a normal human in a very long time. I'm like, we talked for an hour and a half this morning.
Yeah, that's why I said no offense, Steve.
Yeah.
She also said normal.
Yeah, that's my point. Anyway.
That was my point, too.
Tip jar is open. Throw in your tips. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at sdscshow.com, or, of course, you can super chat on our YouTube. Rachel, do we have anything coming in?
And also, before that, Camilla, you can feel free to also cycle to a new backdrop whenever you feel like it.
Go to my videos now, and there are plenty.
Oh, no.
Why did I say yes to that?
I
By the
also
way-
have lots of videos of Jeff Dye making out with, like, random strangers that are walking by. But did I say that out loud?
This
I
is
think
also,
he
by the way,
shouldn't say this.
Ben.
He's already mad at me for no reason, so it's fine.
Ben, I really think, not just because I did a piss poor job, but I really think you should have had Camilla as your press secretary. I think.
Literally, I would have done so much
17
better.
arrests? What could be better?
You would have gotten a lot more of the vote on the right from all those the crimes she's committed.
Well, the Daily Mail really love me too, so
Yeah.
I could get you in the Daily Mail anytime. All I have to do is get arrested again.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Camilla and I did the Edinburgh Fringe Festival together.
Where are the pictures?
Oh, we got pictures. It's just of us doing
I
normal.
have Steve skipping through a field.
Yeah, there's a field.
I think right
This is
there.
the great thing about being sober. Like, I just document. And
I
one
was
day-
also sober though, so.
Also, I think
True.
right there you see the exact difference between my personality and Steve's
Yes.
personality.
I was about to say that. We're all picture Ben are drunk, almost naked in Mexico, and Steve is just skipping through a field.
It was a lovely field.
What you doing,
You
Scott?
know how glad I am I quit drinking before camera phones? Like, that's That saved my life. My parents from killing me, at least.
So yeah, Camilla and I did the Fringe Festival together.
We did.
And, and it seems very different from the Cabo Festival.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if you drank, you would have had some of that, but it was really cold, so probably not less shirtlessness.
Although we did get the pleasure of the UK reviewers. We had one person review our show, and they wrote this whole nice thing about how like they enjoyed Camilla, and they wrote a thing about how they enjoyed me, and then they were like 2 stars. Like,
Well, but you know why, right?
Yeah, because they're trying to get you back.
Because my dad attacked the Daily Mail on stage, live streamed around the world in front of 18,000 people. Like specifically was like told the worst joke ever about him in the middle of a sketch 2 weeks before we opened.
And now I gotta fucking suffer for it from my reviews. Thanks, Camilla.
Welcome to my world. How do you think it feels being his daughter? He tries to ruin my life on a daily basis on Twitter.
I'm just happy.
He
maybe
tweeted
maybe it was a compliment. They were like, Steve and Camilla, 2 stars. 2 stars.
There was a guy that tried to promote his show similarly. Do you remember that, Steve? I thought it was you that told me that.
Yeah, there was.
No, it must have been bearded guy.
Yeah, there were so many ridiculous posters at the Fringe. Like one of the running jokes I had with another one of the comics was that like we should do honest posters about some of the festival shows. Like just put up a poster and just say open micer does the same 5 minutes 12 times.
Please do that. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Or just be like college improv troupe has made a terrible mistake. Like just every honest Fringe show.
You
those
thought
who aren't-
you
wanted Fringe.
Now you
This
have
is
to pay
fucking Fringe. Let's go.
For those
Yeah.
who aren't clued in to what Camilla's talking about, Camilla's father is comedy
Bernie Mac.
legend, is understated Bernie Mac. And I mean, I grew up loving Bernie Mac, and I loved eating at
I did
McDonald's,
too.
and so it was a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that you did stop drinking before your parents killed you, or otherwise the sketch could have been about a dead you instead of a dead parrot. You don't know. You don't know what could happen.
You think I was alive that long ago? Come on, Ben.
I will say, so this is something from I heard this story. Camilla told this story on our podcast back in the day. Can you tell the Harrods bag story?
Oh yeah, so I'm the baby on that side of the family by 10 years, and I'm also super gullible, which is not a great trait to have when you're raised by comedians. You have to have a base of knowledge to get jokes. So they told me I was purchased at Harrods, and I believed it for a really long time, like a lot longer than I should have. But they had this whole charade going. They had a big Harrods bag in the front hall closet, and when I was bad, they used to chase me around the house with it and say I was going back for one that looked like me but didn't talk. And like I still fucking hate department stores, so I guess it worked.
I just loved the commitment to the bit where they not only had this whole thing where they said that you were purchased at Harrods, but then they were like, we should get an oversized Harrods bag and keep it in the front closet.
That is so funny.
Oh no, it wasn't hard to get because of my stepmother's, but
All right, Rachel.
I forget which one it was back then, but I think it was number 3.
Also, in Steve's defense, Leedy put in the chat, according to British politics, running through a field is considered naughty.
This is very true. So she, I think, figured out that Bernie Mac's not really my dad.
It is actually Cedric the Entertainer. Anyway,
So that racial reveal joke was autobiographical. That's fucking cool. I like that. I like it. Pulled something from your own life.
That was the waiting room.
yeah. Rachel, speaking of Rachel reveal, what do we got?
Can't say I like that my name is that close, but anyway, Pam, before Camilla had sort of tipped $10 early and said, "Here's an early tip for your set and a little extra for my Zoom background." So, what is her Zoom background?
my new Zoom background
Oh,
that
you're
I'm
new.
going
So
to be making.
Thank
By the
you
way,
so
Tam,
much.
if you want a really good one, Camilla's got like 100 more of those photos. So.
Actually, about 1,500, but yeah.
I'll just put
Yeah,
my
I
email
think
address
you
in the
sent these
chat.
to me once, and it was a Dropbox that I had to download.
He actually, there's so many, she mailed you a hard drive. Like that's.
I actually just brought my computer over.
there's also Renee Hutchison, $10 for bringing those shirtless receipts. Keep them coming. And then Zara, $5 and said hilarious. Thanks for the visual shirtless Ben that looks like Pablo Escobar.
I feel like I look better marginally in the other one where I'm in the street breaking several laws. I think I kind of prefer that one.
Yeah, I thought you looked skinny in that one. I thought you almost had abs, dude. I was impressed,
you.
actually. I was
Thank
like,
you,
wow.
sir. Thank you.
I'm
Look
still
good.
trying to find when we did the Calvin Klein underwear shoot that you insisted on at 2:00 in the morning. But
I don't
we'll get to
remember
it.
that.
I don't think you did. That's exactly why I agreed to it, because I knew that this moment 5 years later on a Zoom show was going to come.
By the way, which is funny because that's the only thing that's come from those pictures. But and
wow.
every
Hey,
time.
what about me?
All right, that was weird. So
That was weird. I know. That's not my
every time
style.
Ben tries to get me to smoke more pot, every time he gets me to smoke pot, I'm just gonna call Camilla and be like, "Hey, can you send me those pictures so I can remind him why I don't?"
Okay. Defense, that was much more drunken than it was weed.
Yeah, don't blame
Definitely.
I can say for sure that was alcohol.
That was
induced.
alcohol.
Yeah, come
Because
on.
the alcohol was, they had an open bar for comedians starting all day,
For 6
every day.
days.
Like, is that not a genius
It was the best.
idea?
Man, can they restart this festival?
Yeah.
I
It was
wanna
the
do this
best.
festival. I gotta go to Baja on my own dime.
I know. It was the best. We were in beautiful resorts, and I got to close it out one year at the Hard Rock. I was the last performer in the festival. I had my shirt open. It was a Hawaiian shirt, kind of like Chris. I was completely sunburnt. I had lost my voice. I did my set half in Spanish. That's how my life had changed in the course of 1 week.
And then he ran for president soon after.
Better believe it. Don't you
And
want
do you
someone in
speak
office who's a real
Spanish?
person? Don't you
Man, I
want a
could
real
have gave
dude
you
in office?
Florida. I could have gave you Florida on a silver platter. Make me Secretary of Agriculture. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want to
You
be
just
the
wanna
secretary.
be- You just want to be Secretary of Agriculture so you could legally grow weed.
Yes, I want to be the weed czar.
I love that.
I could have gave you Florida. One tweet, you get the state.
I think it's funny that Chris thinks people in Florida can read tweets. That's hilarious.
It's only 180 characters. I know their limitations.
Anyway, Bowers, based on the people who threatened me yesterday, yes, people in Florida can read tweets.
I'm sure Siri is reading them to them. I'm sure they had it. Siri, read this tweet. Oh, shit.
Steve, back in your drunk days, did you ever have your shirt off and in a silly way?
Back in my drunk days, I swam with a t-shirt. This was long before I started working out, Ben.
I feel that. I feel
those are
that,
two different
Steve.
Steves.
Wait, you're supposed to wear a t-shirt, right? That's mainly because I have this skin color, so.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Rachel, we
All
gotta
right.
catch up.
Got to
All
catch
right,
up
so
and play this game.
Technics. Tipped Camilla 3 Canadian and said your sobriety is an amazing achievement. And then Matthew
Thank
Plummer, $5 and said Camilla, no throwing babies.
I promise. Maybe.
I'm gonna tip you double that and say throwing babies.
Yeah, I got a sub towards that. Start heaving them.
It's a bidding war.
And where's Renee Hutchison, $5. Camilla, as a single woman with 1,000 photos of my sleeping dogs, I appreciate this new perspective that you've provided, and now I'm deleting Tinder.
I'm glad they can fulfill all your needs. That's
You guys got
Keep
funny
your
fans,
cameras
man.
off.
Yeah.
We're very funny fans. It makes us elevate our game, or some days just feel like they should be hosting the show.
I'm gonna take over.
That's incredible.
We also had JLC $5 for Camilla. Sean Ehrlich $5 as apologies for distracting you in the chat at the start of your set.
Oh no, I appreciate
your
it. It was
penance.
fun.
I'm thoroughly scared that Camilla is commenting with her camera off. You must be going through her hard drive. This is not.
Find the high res version of the video because unfortunately it doesn't think it's good enough quality. Like we got to see you in high def, Ben.
That video really was one of my
No,
moments.
it has nothing to do with the resolution. Zoom is just like, no.
It has a virus, like an STD.
Jessica also tipped $25 and said, "Thank you so much. It was fun to watch. I love your attempted rescue of the English language. Also agreed, no camera phones in my use, so probably a really good thing."
So good for us. Not so good for Ben.
Yeah.
Listen,
Shannon,
I own it. I own it.
That's what I love about you, Ben.
Thank you, Camilla.
One of the many, many things.
Shannon Kerr tipped $5 and said, "Camilla, thank you for your humor so much. I love your dad's work, and now I'm a fan of yours. Thanks for today."
Thank you. I'm funnier than him, right? Just kidding. You don't have to answer that. I understand.
You're funnier than him on this show today.
Well, we didn't read that joke he did about the Daily Mail.
Oh, you want to hear that joke? Then I'll definitely
No,
be
I
funnier
don't want to
than
hear
him.
that. I was making a
Plus, he had a whole team of guys, man. You're by yourself. It's harder.
No, I write for him actually, but maybe that's why I'm as funny as.
Yeah, right.
That's why you're exactly as funny as him.
Well, maybe not exactly.
There was also Courtney Smith, $10 for Camilla. Great set. I'll also pay you another $10 if you show Steve skipping through a field photo.
I will look for that.
I want to see that. So
I know it's on the
fucking bad.
Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah, I posted it. It was we did it as it was like a promo for the show. We were staying at this like manor. It was crazy where they put us up. And
It was like where the maids stay at a manor, Steve.
yeah, which is the nicest place I've ever seen. And so
It's like a castle manor.
it
We're
was
not all John Cleese's daughter.
You call that a manor? Ugh. Jesus Christ, worst manor ever. 2 stars for that manor. 2 fucking stars.
I stayed at the Four
mobile
Queens
home
in
that
Vegas
burned
this
down.
week. Be nice.
yeah, we got there and like they hadn't left us the keys yet, so we're waiting outside, and there's just this like meadow out as like their front lawn. It's just gorgeous, and so I just thought it'd be funny to do that for promo. That I was so happy to be in Scotland, and I just skipped through the field, and so
It was my idea, by the way.
it was and it was a lot of fun and very ridiculous.
I laughed for a good 10 to 12 minutes.
And by the way, one of my favorite moments with Camilla was Danny Giles, Graham K, Camilla, and I were driving to a gig, and we're all shooting the shit. And Graham doesn't really know Camilla, but Danny and Camilla and I
At
are
all.
close. And so we were just talking, and Camilla said something about like touring. She was like, some blah blah blah, touring with my dad, and you know, we're just talking about it like it's normal. And then Graham is like, oh, wait, who's your dad? And we were just like,
Bernie
you
Mac.
know her last name? Who else do you know with that last name? Just, what, like Jacob Cleese? Like, fucking think for a minute, man. You're a comic. And just watching Graham realize what had just happened and been like, oh, fuck. Like, it was just, it's still one of my favorite moments. It was fantastic.
I have one picture of me skipping through a field. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's.
Please explain that. Please, there's got to be a story behind that, no?
When we moved, we took all the when Chrissy, my girlfriend, was throwing away a bunch of clothes. I tried on all her old clothes because it was hilarious. They were all fucking tight on me, and so we took funny pictures of me in tight clothes, and that was the funniest picture. So I showed it to her.
Great save.
I don't believe that was the funniest. Like, I feel like there was probably something more ridiculous. No?
No, that's pretty close to the funniest one. I mean, I look pretty good no matter what.
That's true. Look at the red sequin blazer. I almost went and got my fur coat, but then it's 110 degrees here, so.
Rachel, what else we got?
I have a picture I'll show then too, since we're showing very embarrassing photos. I'm gonna up my own game right now. I apologize in advance.
That's not embarrassing. That's phenomenal.
Is that? I didn't know you were in Get Him to the Greek. Was that you? I thought that was the other guy.
No, Bowers, you're getting it confused with Twilight 3.
No, he's the basis for Poison.
Team Ben.
I found some good stuff.
Good, that's so much fucking mascara. Good.
It's a lot. It took like a month to get off, dude.
Holy shit, Billy Joe Glebe.
How long were you a magician?
All right.
Rach, what do we got?
Rach, we got to catch up, get to this game.
Yeah, so let's catch up. So we had Technics tip Chris, $3.05 Canadian, said, "Hey, we're not all John Cleese's daughters. Amen."
Just really quick.
I don't even know if I am, for real. I'm basically just his unpaid intern.
In response to Steve's last comment about Billy Joe Glebe.
Oh my god, that's... Oh! Wow.
All right, couple more
Amazing.
things and then we're caught up. We've got Matt Johnson tipped Camilla $5 and said, "Funny as hell on your own. Your dad's work was one of the few things my dad and I bonded over. Love to you and your family."
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
I love that.
Oh, that wasn't for me? My dad's very funny. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it wasn't about bobbleheads, Ben. It's not about you and your dad.
My dad has that one stand-up video on YouTube. I plugged it last episode, so I don't know who we're talking about here.
Gotcha.
And then Matt Burnett, £5. Your dad's comedy is my dad's comedy. Learn from the past, build a better future. Glad you're keeping up your work.
Wait,
Nice.
I gotta process that one. Man.
And again, which dad are we talking about there?
That was Bowers' dad. It was about the strip clubs.
That's true. That's true.
And then last thing, we have a general, Justin Proper, $5. I remember the days when Steve used to make you a mod if you gave a super chat on YouTube. That was a terrible idea on your part. By the way, OSU is greater than Michigan.
It was a fine idea because you could always unmod someone. But this is a little more, we're getting a lot more viewers now, so that policy is over.
Okay.
All right, should we do the game?
Yep, we're
Get to
caught
the
up.
game.
So the game today is, it's Fuck It Friday. So we've decided to do it to a podcast. So replace the word fuck into a podcast name.
Right.
I'm really good at explaining things when I'm on the spot and wasn't distracted at all. So I'm going to read a couple of the unpaid entries first. So the first one, Randy Longmire, Conan O'Brien fucks a friend.
Nice.
Hell of a podcast.
And then Matt Burnett, last fuckers on the left.
Oh, you cut out.
You cut out.
Last fuckers on the left.
Nice.
And Raz, why don't you fuck me? Why don't you fuck me with Nicole Byer?
It's a sad podcast.
Okay, and so these are the entries, starting with the live audience, are the ones that we're going to be voting on comics. So if you're in the live audience and you want to read one on air, raise your hand. So let's go to Zara first.
Oh, this is so wrong. Okay, I'll start with fuck her daddy. Leah Lamar, fucking in love. You should have fucked better. For my nerds, welcome to Night Fuck. How I fucked this with Guy Raz. Wait, don't fuck me. And
was
I'll
good.
finish with Fuck Boys Club.
Nice.
Nice. Tam?
I swear to God, Zara, we keep doing this. My very first one I
Okay.
wrote down. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have Welcome to Night Fucks. I shit you not. And I did this like 2 hours ago. So skipping that one, I have Dirty Fuck. And then A Fuck Comes Clean. Serial Fuck.
Nice.
My favorite podcast to help with insomnia, Fuck With Me. And then Southern Fucker True Crime.
Nice.
Let's go to Brian.
I only had one. It's the podcast from Chris Bowers and Todd McComas, Fuckheads.
Yeah, we almost named it Doc Fucks, and we were going to talk about fucking doctors or people from Grey's Anatomy.
Brian
Ben's
O'Connor.
yelling at me.
I have just one as well, and since I love Star Trek and in honor of Ben's photo shoot, I'm gonna go with Trekcast, the Starfucker podcast.
I like it.
Lady.
American Fuck, Fucking My Favorite Murderer, Howard's Office, and Fuck Explorer.
Nice.
Anybody else in our live audience that has any entries? Wave at me. Adler.
Yep. Okay. So I had well, first I was gonna say Bowers coming to the rescue when your fire alarm was going off.
Thank you.
But so I go going to do Fucker Daddy, but with this little one. But
Amy Dave Adler.
Yeah. So what I'll actually do, I have Fuck, and that's THO.
Are you doing Max Headroom on purpose? He's doing Max Headroom, isn't he? Then is that exactly Max Headroom?
Yeah, your audio, it's like half the time it's echoing, and the other half the time it's cutting out. It's a delight.
Okay, so let me know if this is better.
That's better, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the birth fuck. Dolly Parton's Fucking America. Everything is fucked alive. And the last one will be beautiful fucks from anonymous people.
Nice.
Emmy.
Oh, thank you guys for just inviting me. So I don't know if you guys have seen Esther Perel. She does all the things about relationships, and she's always talking about how couples should get together. And there's this called "Where Should We Fuck?" I think would be much better as a whole couples thing than "Where Should We Begin?"
Esther Perel is pretty amazing, by the way, if you need relationship advice, and she's really great.
Yeah, where should we begin? Where should we fuck? She should just make a whole series about that, and we all relationship issues be done.
Yeah, that's for different levels of relationship issues. It's where should we begin, and then where should we finish?
And the sequel, very popular podcast. Did you hear that, Carmel?
Rachel, what do you got?
Okay, so.
I wish I knew how to start it from the beginning, because the beginning is the best part. It's over.
It's Ben Morrison. That's Jeff Dye. That's me, sadly.
I would say normally I would see something like this and I would be like, well, none of them can run for office, but one of them did.
Here we go. We're
Actually
starting
did.
over, because this is my favorite.
Oh, God.
Have you vetted this footage?
Oh, of course not.
Shout out to
so
the
we
Baja
don't-
Junkie Cabo.
He's just yelling at me. I can't remember about what, but he then gets a little aggressive.
No, I do
Wait,
not.
Isolation Nation, how are you? We're about to take off our shirts, everybody. You hear that, Carmel? We're taking off our shirts.
Hands down.
Oh my God.
And Ben, it does look like you didn't start it. You in fact did start it.
Didn't start it.
But then other people joined immediately.
Oh my
Blame Jeff
God.
Dye. It was Jeff Dye because he's hot.
Actually may have been the second year. Like I feel like this may have been a reenactment.
It's
but-
too bad. It's too bad that we don't have the volume on it, so we can't hear Ben go, all right, all right, all right.
Oh no, he said something much more eloquent.
Oh my God.
You're so cool,
Goes Ben Morrison.
I guess we're still technically playing the game.
Oh,
but
wow.
It keeps going for a good 2.5 minutes, by the way.
Last fuck on earth right there.
Dude, if you'd won president, I'd be so rich.
This literally would just help me. Nothing can hurt
now
me
I'm
anymore.
blocking.
You can either in life you can either get canceled or become president. Those are the two options with bad footage surfaces.
All right,
Rachel.
I think we still had some in our live audience. So Sean, Courtney, somebody wave at me if you guys have. Nope. Okay, so then these are the rest of our entries. So we've got John Dogan, last fuck on earth.
Nice.
We had John also had Conan O'Brien needs a fuck.
Nice.
Andrea Gordon, unfucking us with Brene Brown. And then she also had fuck white parents. We had Jan Johnson had a couple. Fucking Armageddon report. And then she had Young Turks fucking. Then there was Dave Adler. Oh, never mind. He said that on air. Gus Walsh, the oral fucking of The Office. Tom Turner, this fucking life.
Nice.
Tom Turner, my favorite fucker. Ben Sewell, fuck forward.
Oh, I got
And
one.
then Ben Sewell, failing fuck. Renee Hutchison, Alyssa Milano, sorry, not fucked. In quarantine, she said.
Nice.
Hot Diggity Laura, my brother, his fucks, and me. Tim Doyle, help, I don't know what I'm fucking.
I think that's the video right after the video we just saw.
I wish.
Tim Doyle also had lost and fucked.
Nice.
And then there's Amana Sala, fucking left, right, and center. And then Amana Sala, comedy bang bang fucking.
Comedy fuck.
David Tozier, Conan O'Brien needs a fuck. And then Dave Tozier, you fucked it weird with Pete Holmes. And then FJB, chicken fucking for the soul, the podcast. Yes, that really does exist.
But hey, they're free range.
Occasional fuck.
FJB also had the wide world of fucks.
Nice.
He had Doug fucks movies. And then the last one, fucked up with Nikki Glazer.
Nice.
All right.
I got one.
All right. Well, I'll vote first. Frank's
I
got
do
one.
one?
Yep.
Yeah. I forgot who does it. It's called Silence is not an Silence is not an option.
or if you're isolated alone like me, fucking is not an option.
There you go.
Silence is the only option. When Bowers is fucking. We learned that earlier.
The right
Sounds like
angle.
a submarine. All right, great job. So I liked a lot of them. I like Doug Fucks movies. I like where should we fuck? Wait, don't fuck me. I really liked a lot, but I think I'm gonna go with Help. I don't know what I'm fucking. I like that one a lot. Camilla, what's your favorite one?
I was still looking for footage of Ben that's incriminating,
All right.
so I didn't fully pay
Abstention.
attention. I apologize.
Chris Cope,
but I
what was
feel
your
like
favorite?
you guys would have enjoyed it.
The one that I liked the most was the one with Pete Holmes, like the weirdest thing, the fucking the weirdest things, or something like that.
You fucked it weird.
You fucked it weird. That's my pick. Yeah.
All right, cool. Rach.
I really liked Tim Doyle's Help, I Don't Know What I'm Fucking.
All right, 2 for that one. Ben.
Very tough, but I think it just encapsulates the world right now, or at least this country, this fucking life.
All right, Steve.
All right. Well, I'm not voting for any of those. My favorite was actually Wait, Don't Fuck Me. Although fuck, because that would be a weird podcast. Although Fuckheads was a close second, which means the winner is Help, I Don't Know What I'm Fucking. So, the way you claim your prize is once you come to, email us through the website at sdscshow.com, claim your prize, and that's how it works. Any of you folks got any?
Chris, you got any? Camilla? Anybody?
Oh, I'm not Chris.
I didn't hear what you said.
Did you have one? Do you have any? You don't have to. Do you have any entries? No? Okay. That's enough.
I already said it.
Okay. Cool.
It's always the best part of the show.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck Joe Rogan experience.
There you go. I don't have any. Rach, you got any?
No, I don't.
All right, Ben, Steve, you got a bunch?
I just got a couple.
I have 5.
Perfect.
All right, let's go. I think I have 6. So
start then, brother.
I have similar to the one that I voted for. I have wait, fuck, don't tell me.
I've got Your Mama's Fucked.
Oh.
I have the Jimmy Pardo show, Never Not Fucking. Also, it could have been fucking not funny. So.
That could work.
I've got Fucks We Fucked.
Like that.
Nice. I have Busy Phillips is fucking her best.
In honor of my Smodcast Network originator, Jay and Silent Bob Get Fucked.
I have 99% fucked.
And I've got my last one here is for the New York Times. I'm Michael Barbaro, and this is The Fuck.
My last one is something we need, which is fuck, save America.
I love it. All right, we got through another one.
Or a sadder version of that if Trump wins again. God save fuck.
Or if Trump wins again, God fucked America.
Yes.
Yeah, he does think God's on his side. All right. Camilla, where do we find you out in the world? How do we get give us your social medias? Where do we find these
At
awesome
the bottom
videos
of the screen. I'm tired. On social media, just my name, which is written somewhere. Please don't make me spell it. Camilla Cleese.
Camilla.
Everything is just Camilla Cleese. I'm the only one, which is great sometimes and not so great when you get arrested 17 times because you can't look at anyone else.
It was so great having you here for your one and only appearance on the show. It's really great.
I have a feeling everyone else is going to invite me back because
you'll be back
next time.
Sure.
I love he's yelling at the back of my head while I say that.
I'm so sweaty.
Yeah, it was very warm.
It's Mexico.
Very warm.
The only thing missing, Ben, is you pulling out a bag of chicken and eating it right there in the fucking club.
I think I'll also find those photos from your late night birthday party that one time.
I'll never get tired of watching this. All right, Chris, we gotta get out of here. Chris, where do we find you, buddy?
He's banned from the show, you guys.
This is the difference between me and Ben. I'm sorry, Chris. We'll get to your plugs in a second. The difference between me and Ben. Camilla and I lived together for 2 weeks, and she's got nothing but me skipping from a field. We lived together.
Oh, I could have more, but I'm drunk.
See, you haven't seen all the pictures.
I feel like I can only do it if people are drunk, because then they'll think it's funny.
Oh, the
Steve, you haven't seen all the pictures she has of you sleeping. That's the thing you got to worry about.
I want to see
these videos I have of Steve working on his laptop. It's really embarrassing.
Steve emailing in his sleep. He's like.
Well, maybe
right,
I
Chris.
have just audio recordings of stuff.
Oh shit! All right.
Oh shit! Steve,
Chris, what do we got?
say hello.
Camilla, we're so happy to have had you on the show once.
I love ruining my chances of getting invited back.
All right, Chris,
I'm like leaving. My chair is leaving. It's not even me doing this.
Everything with me is at Chris Cope Comedy, Instagram, Twitter. September 4th and 5th, I'll be at the Comedy Club of Kansas City. If you're in Kansas City, show up.
Sounds cool. Awesome.
People live there?
At Bowers Comedy for me. You can find me at Bowers Comedy on all that stuff. And as you mentioned, Doc Heads is our podcast. So we did one on lot lizards this week. So check that out wherever you find podcasts. Me and Todd McComas. Ben.
I completely forgot until this very moment when the plugs are approaching that I have a show in an hour and 25 minutes with the great improv legend Greg Proops called It's a G Thing, Greg and Glebe. I forget the name of our own show, but we do improv games. Whose line is it? And I'm unprepared for it, but luckily it's improv, so I don't have to prepare shit. I will be putting on different clothes, setting up my lights, going back to that part of the room, and getting high pretty soon.
Oh, Jesus.
Awesome. Steve.
As for me, you can find me eating a brioche bun while Ben tries to see what's in Camilla's background. No,
It's Rutherford,
God.
don't worry. I think Ben thought it was him for a second, though. That's what I was going for.
well, my plugs don't matter. You guys know my website.
That is Nick Rutherford.
Awesome. All right. Rachel, anything to catch up on before we get the audience out of here?
We do. So we've got Zara tipped the show $5 and said, "Drunk Ben has BJ eyes. I can't."
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
We know what it
dog.
Flowers. We also had Candace $10 a general. I wish I could give you all more because you're amazing and a treat to watch. Thank you for being here.
Excellent, thank you.
Matthew Plummer, $5. Ben, there are leaders and there are followers. That clip that she showed clarifies which you are. Glebe 20. And then Amenasala, $2. Camilla won with that video.
Nice.
All right, that's it for me. See you guys tomorrow.
Wait, we got Leedy. Leedy, did
Oh,
you draw
yeah.
anything?
Yes, indeed. All right. So number one is just the saga of everyone being jealous. Oh, I should mirror my camera, shouldn't I?
No,
That's perfect. That's perfect,
Oh,
actually.
cool. There you go. The saga. The weed czar. Camilla's struggle with the cops.
I don't get it.
This one I just thought was really sweet.
Aww.
I just thought it was really cute. This shit is not over. I just really like Henry's new haircut, that's all. Destroying hecklers versus destroying terrorists.
Which to choose?
It's a hard decision, really. You'd be great at either. The night of the last brioche bun, the horror. Vampire Steve, hiss. And then I just wanted to immortalize that picture of Ben in watercolor, so I did.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Oh my God.
That's all.
Amazing, Lady.
Can I
Great
have
job.
Yes, you can. I will send it straight to you.
Leedy, you're my new favorite person in the entire world.
Isn't that awesome?
Holy shit.
Everybody tip her. She's amazing. That made my day. Actually, my entire quarantine, really.
Does that shirtless look like Dwight from The Office, or is that just me?
That's so true.
And President Bush. A little
Battlestar
bit.
Galactica.
Like a long
Beats,
time ago.
Bears, Ben, Battlestar Galactica.
Love it. All right, well, Liddy, we'll see you tomorrow. Rachel, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, night, guys.
I am going to get out of here before my fire alarm goes off again. You guys are awesome. We will see you tomorrow. Love you, everybody.
All right, and as for me, I'm gonna, because Camilla couldn't find the footage, so here, I'll just.
Oh, that's why you have to have me back on, because I'll find all kinds of stuff.
Oh, you're going to skip through a field. Go back to Steve. Go back to Steve. Hang on. We need Steve. Hang on.
Oh, no, that was the second year of Cabo. The first year was way worse. I'm not even kidding.
You skip like you ride a bird scooter, man.
That I don't.
Oh my God, that was pretty amazing. What a journey this episode has been, my friends. My God.
You will appreciate the picture I just sent you.
Thank you. I'm blocking you on my phone. Thank you all for it has been really fun being with you again. And an episode that started with Steve defeating the guy that defeated Bin Laden and ended with me drunk at a bar in Mexico leading a revolution against clothing. It has been quite the journey. And I just wanted to say to all of you, you've been here with us the whole time for... What's that? No, Steve Hofstetter. This is you got the wrong place. You got the wrong place. No.